Starting at 10.
Leandre got the juice.
We go. Here we go. Let's go, and good evening, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the 37th edition of the Alabama Crimson Tide Live Call-In Show from yours truly, Jackson Johnson and Jeffrey Don't Talk Sports, where we take your calls all right here on Alabama, the voice of college football. And let me tell you something, folks, it's going to be a wild ride. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Doing good, Jackson. Excited to be on time this Thursday for the call-in show, the 37th edition. We've done 37 of these. I think I missed one, but it's been great doing the show with you for over half a year now. Definitely excited as we're getting closer and closer to the start of college football and Alabama football. The most important thing, as you know, we talk about that every single week with you guys. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Or at least we try to. Absolutely. Definitely. Got to get that trademarked. But definitely excited to get into whatever we talk about tonight, because this show is always crazy. It's kind of like After Dark. And, definitely not many After Dark-like shows in the voice of college football community, the ever-growing voice of college football community. But this show is definitely like After Dark. But we try to keep it more on the PG side of things if we can. But definitely always.
It's
always
more like a kid. It's kind of like a kid-friendly version of After Dark, so to speak.
It's kind of like you've got Grand Theft Autos After Dark, and then we're the Simpsons Hit and Run. Or
there you go. Oh man! Well, the chat's pretty excited. We got the Godfather of the SEC giving out that number one finger. Shout out to Godfather, one of our YouTube members of Alabama Voice of College Football. Ayo Sully 334 giving out a roll tide, and a roll tide roll to YouTube. Ayo Sully. And we got the YouTube memberships before we get to our first caller. We got the $2.99 membership for where you become a Crimson Faithful member. For YouTube membership at Alabama Voice College Football, where you get a loyalty badge next to your name in the chat and in the comment section, and you get a custom emoji to use in the comments and in the live chat. And you get a member shout out, especially when you're the Godfather of the SEC, one of our OG YouTube members of Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And you got the Save and Disciple membership, $4.99 a month, where you can get priority replies to comments, and you get access to a monthly hangout from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, Jeffrey Don't Talk Sports, Coach Johnny Burts, Coach Smoke Hines, and Manny Wilson. And finally, you got the Bear Bryant Legends, where for $9.99 a month, you can become a Bear Bryant legend by connecting on social media with each of us or giving out content requests of any kind. And neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor bad weather of any kind will put a stop to us from fulfilling your request, all right here on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. All righty. Now, we got a wild lineup tonight. I tell you, it's exciting. And you often see him on the Michigan College Show. You got Thunder Redmond, Old Timothy. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Good.
Oh man, what's on your mind tonight, man?
A lot of Big Ten schools and fans they did not like that what Vanderbilt that tweet they talking about with soft the Big Ten with a conference and soft, but I feel like a conference but normally a conference that's supposed to be they think that the Big Ten is soft, then how come they won the Rose Bowl 4 straight in a row, and they just won, and they just dominated the playoffs 2 years in a row? That make no sense. Cause that's not a standard of being a soft conference. Would never had got that done. So are they just saying that? And then because they beat Bama, so they can, but can they say anything? But just like I told Garrison and TJ, we heard that we heard that from one of y'all from from other people from Alabama or somebody from LSU or Texas or Georgia. We probably can tell them that we see you in the playoffs because we know that the SEC teams that I just said that we know that but their performance on the field can back up the trash talking they want to say, but a Vanderbilt, their performance, they really can't. It really can't back up their thoughts and opinions about another school that they will have to either play them in early September or wait until the playoffs, and they not and they not known for being a playoff team like that. So I feel like they had no business saying that, but what made them say that?
I think Diego kind of let that Alabama win go to his head a little bit, but it's all right. I mean, like it happens to a lot of people, but Alabama's not going to be sleeping on Vandy this time. That's for
We
sure.
better
Like we,
not. I mean, definitely not after last year. I mean, it was a great historic win for Vandy. I mean, you can't blame
yeah,
them for feeling the
yeah,
way they did. They hadn't beaten us in 40 years. So,
yeah.
How would
It,
y'all
it was
feel if Nick Saban was coaching that game? Y'all still would have lost?
no.
I don't think so.
Saban would have had his focus for that one, but it was Coach DeBoer's first year, so I'll come some slack on that. But it was the first win, like Jeffrey said, the first time since 1984
They
that
did beat. They did beat. They did. At one point, y'all did had the number one, but test to the ranking,
Mhm.
but that was just for 1 week, and that was after the Georgia game, but that didn't last long.
Mhm.
So what's the so what's the standard that y'all got for Caleb Lamboy? Because because the Alabama the fans that like to follow black the black kangaroo, he's he's
oh yeah, Kangaroo Black.
he's
I've watched this channel.
he's expecting Caleb LeBron that have about the same amount of titles when he retired from Alabama. There's no titles, but okay. I feel like okay, what Nick Saban done. The only coach that probably could do that is Kirby. It's Kirby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's very likely anybody's going to catch Saban's amount of titles, except like you said, maybe Kirby. And even then, with Kirby, if you look at Georgia, they're kind of not as strong right now as they were a few years ago. So, but I think he could, get them back to the top. But there's
Just get rid of
seemingly
Mike
competition.
Bobo as your offensive coordinator, and Georgia will be fine. But
How do
for everybody,
y'all feel about Texas repeating what they did in the big house, but this time they gotta go to the horseshoe? How do you feel about Texas? They going into two major hostile the Big Ten environment and coming home with a W. How do you feel about that for Texas?
I feel like Texas Ohio State for me right now. That's a toss up. But
I would
Jeff,
agree with that. I would agree with that.
there we go. And we're gonna get to this $2 super chat. And Dan the Diesel Freak says Alabama and Michigan are soft. I disagree with that,
Yeah, I
but
disagree with that as well. I mean,
but
yes,
Who's that guy?
Alabama's a little down right now, but
Dan the Diesel Freak, apparently he's back from his vacation, but we appreciate the super chat
definitely appreciate
contribution.
the super chat. Don't agree, but do appreciate it for sure.
But yeah, it's like anything you got in super chat, like in want to put in super chat, like any questions you got, comments you want us read, you want us to read, we will make sure to read it in the form of a super chat for sure.
How come Nick Saban, the way that he dominated in college, he couldn't do that at the pros? How come?
I think the two reasons, in my opinion, that he couldn't is because the NFL, for one, is completely different than college in the fact that with college sports, it's more based off if your university is good and whether you have the resources and the fan base to be good. So Alabama is a great program. Yes, they were down for a long time, but Saban was able to take over, and with his already name appeal that he had at LSU, he was able to recruit at a high level. Alabama has the best resources, facilities up there with some of the best in the country. That's why I think he was able to succeed. Whereas in the NFL, he took over a organization that's not good. And the Miami Dolphins, they were not good back then at all. And it would have taken a lot of time and a lot of effort and energy to even begin to make them competent, which he could not do right away. I don't know if he ever could have done it because Saban's an excellent coach. I mean, nobody's denying that, but it takes a certain individual with certain. You have to have talent to win at both levels. Like if your team's bad, which Saban's teams in the NFL were, you're not going to win. I mean, if Nick Saban was the head football coach of Vanderbilt, he would not be winning as many titles as he did. He probably wouldn't win
The
any.
quarterback
Because he was at
battle.
Michigan State, and
Yes,
he went
and
9-4, and then he left and went to LSU. Like you have to be at a really good school in college football to win. That's why you make the jump. That's why DeBoer went from
The
Washington to
quarterback
Alabama.
the battle they had in the fall. But do you think that? But they didn't take Bryce Underwood seriously when there was rumors about him flipping. Do you think that when we tried to flip him that they didn't take it as seriously?
what do you think, Jeffrey?
Uh, I know that Underwood, obviously was at LSU, and then he flipped to Michigan. I haven't heard anything about him flipping again. It's if that's what you're asking about.
Yeah,
I think he's committed to Michigan. I don't think he's going
No,
back.
yeah,
no, no. All I asked was
Mhm.
before he flipped. Do y'all feel like they should have took it more seriously
I think LSU should have
Yes,
to
honestly.
stop
absolutely.
him to stop him from flipping?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I agree with that. That's a great question. Yes, I do. I do think that LSU should have tried harder to keep him. Maybe they were looking at it that, the thing with NIL is that no matter how much you have, I know they're trying to do this cap rule now, but no matter how much you have, you can't blow it all on one player. You can't spend all your money on one player. I know that's
He
not how
told
that,
somebody that he
but
couldn't even he couldn't even watch that whole LSU and Bama game. His whole family they left at halftime. They couldn't even watch that embarrassment.
Well, and
That's
you
true too.
mentioned, yeah, you mentioned a little while ago when you asked about Saban's NFL career, and pimp named Slipback made an excellent point. I think I heard her pimp named Slipback from the Boondocks from Cat Williams, but must be a coincidence. But I like this comment because I agree with it. And he says Nick Saban didn't stay in the NFL as a head coach long enough, and you have less control of your roster. Couldn't agree more with that statement
Yeah,
because
like that's what I was
because
saying. Like he wasn't there long enough to win. I mean, it's not if he had to taken over. Like, just say Andy Reid. It's not a good example. Just say Andy Reid retires right now and Saban took
yeah,
over back then, 20 years ago. But it's today. You know,
Drew
just
Brees,
taking
like
over a good situation. Yeah, or becoming the Saints coach with Breeze. Like you have to have good players. He took over a bad organization. Look at Urban Meyer. He didn't do anything either in the
yeah,
NFL in his brief stint. He
Urban
was there for
Meyer,
brief. He gave it a
yeah,
shot, and it didn't work because the team that he had was terrible, and he didn't stick. They didn't stick around long enough to do anything with it. Pete Carroll, he went to the NFL and he did well
oh
because
yeah.
he had a franchise
Third
QB
time was a
for most
charm for
pieces.
Carroll, but like Saban and Drew Brees, because there was like Brees, I think was going to go to the Dolphins at one point, but then they were like, no, no, we're not getting him. Saints are just kind of like, okay, what do we have to lose? We're kind of a crappy organization, so what do we have to lose? Took a gamble and it paid off nicely for the Saints. And the Dolphins, they're sitting there going, okay, we regret this. Like, we thought we were going to be winning with Dante Culpepper, but no, not happening. Not happening. Nuh-uh.
That
We took,
fight at in Columbus, did y'all expect that to happen after the game? The fight between the two schools. Did y'all?
nah, no, I thought it was funny to be honest, because I was thinking to myself, oh, there's the Elvis song Jailhouse Rock playing in the background of my mind. Kind of
I
like
mean, I'll say in my opinion that I can't say I expected it, but it didn't surprise me because you look at the fact that the two teams and their fan bases and the players like they don't like each other at all, and Ohio State has dominated the rivalry for so long, and then now Michigan's just completely flipped the script and has won the last three times, and it kind of boiled over, I guess, like for Ohio State particularly. I mean, we don't know.
That
Yeah,
second win, they did the flag the
yeah.
victory, and they didn't fight. The 2 years later, they watched them do it again, but now they want to fight.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely shows how the two teams feel about each other. I mean, I get why it frustrated them because I mean the flag and all that, I get it, but the thing is that you know, uh, you have to show your frustration. I don't want to use the word hatred, but you have to show your dislike toward the other team on the field. You have to
oh,
win. You got to go out there and prove that you're better than the other team. If you don't do that, then you call it a day. You're not supposed to
We
fight. You're
were
not supposed to do that. But
we wasn't even supposed to win,
mm,
because they was favored by almost 30 points, and we wasn't even supposed to win.
mm,
I feel like the 2020s and the 2030s, with Sharon Moore and Ryan Day, it's gonna be feeling like a Hollywood reboot of the 10-year war between Michigan and Ohio State. I believe that's what's happening right before our very eyes.
Yeah, and okay. So, and y'all was the president at Ohio State, and and Ryan and Ryan and y'all lost five in a row. That would you keep the current coach, or tell him that we finna find even though you just won the school a national title, because you lost five in a row, we're gonna find another head coach to get the job done. on Thanksgiving the weekend. Would you do that or keep him?
I think I'd keep him because the fact, like, look at Dabo Sweeney for example. Because he's got a losing record against good South Carolina teams with Shane Beamer and Steve Spurrier. Yes, he's got Clemson winning against bad South Carolina teams, but look at what he's done. He's got Clemson a couple of national titles in the 2010s decades, right? And you got like Eric Parsegian from 1964 to 1974, 3 wins against USC under Eric Parsegian, 2 ties, and the majority of those games were losses. And it's like you got the
In two of those national title games he won, he had to beat he he had to beat Nick Saban,
yeah,
and
I
that's
mean
not
he did.
easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like nothing worth having is easy, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the thing is that they, with the playoffs and with how much they hype it up every year, they've made it where that's the most important thing, and it's always been the most important thing to win it all. But now more than ever, that's the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
So to me, I mean, if you're an Ohio State fan and you lost to Michigan, it's like, all right, well, we're still making the playoffs because they've expanded the playoffs. If we win the whole thing, then it's fine. And for most Ohio State fans, yeah, that's how they're feeling right now. Like we won it all. That's more important than winning against Michigan. It's sad that that's what's become of that because used to that would never been the case. Like for Ohio State losing to Michigan, it would completely wreck their season. Now it's like, well, we still won the whole thing. That's more important. So it still was a good season.
And you look at like 2017 where we won it all, for example, where we lost to Auburn, but we were like people say that we were kind of sitting there hoping for Georgia win the SEC title game. That wasn't really true, honestly, because like whoever was winning the SEC title was in 2017, right? For the playoffs. You needed to see who was going to win the Big Ten title between Wisconsin and Ohio State. Ohio State, 2 losses. They basically needed a lobbying session to get in if they won the Big Ten. Wisconsin was unbeaten that year. All they had to do is win and they're in. Alabama is officially out. So what did the Ohio State Buckeyes do? They win. And then you see like Nick Saban going on a lobbying session all over Sports Center, all over this show, that show. They saw Urban Meyer going on a lobbying session all over the place for 2017 after the Ohio State Buckeyes beat the unbeaten Wisconsin Badgers. Then the next day, you see Alabama getting in the playoffs. They're playing Clemson. And you didn't really hear, after they beat Clemson in the Sugar Bowl, then beat Georgia in the Natty, you didn't really hear a lot of people talking about, oh, Alabama lost to Auburn. And you didn't really hear a lot of that. Not at all. Like that's just
That
the thing, right?
touchdown by Jack Sawyer, if that didn't happen, do y'all think that Notre Dame they would have been facing Texas? If that touchdown by Jack Sawyer and it never happened.
Oh,
There's a
that
chance.
touchdown never happened by Jack Sawyer, and Texas was scoring like game-winning touchdowns. I think Brian Day would still be fine, but the Buckeyes would be raving mad against the Texas Longhorns. Like either way, like Ohio State Texas is the rematch of the century, right? Well, I mean the rematch of 2025, right there. But let's give a shout out to Doreen as she is giving a repost to the 37th edition of the Alabama Call-In Show. We appreciate you very much, Doreen, for reposting this show and telling the friends and the family about the magic that is being created all right here. I mean, it's only 72 days till kickoff for the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Michigan Wolverines. And before we get to our Nats caller, Timothy, any final thoughts?
Yes. Oh, okay. I started my own YouTube channel a couple months ago.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
oh
It's
awesome.
yeah.
called the Thunder Redman, the Michigan the football show. Are y'all familiar with college college football with Sam?
Yes, I should know. I should know that because I watched a little bit of it, and I made sure
The,
to try to be
that
the
he was
100
the,
subscribers. So let
he
let's
was
uh let's
he
get our
was on
buddy let's get our buddy over to
he
200
was
subs, shall we?
He was on the okay. He was on my show twice. In the first video we made a video about Ohio State national title versus the Michigan national title, and this was at the Rose Bowl, and our final results, we had Ohio State losing because the O line problems they had throughout the season, and they wasn't the really, and they had some problems with their secondary, with the referee. The answer, but Venosa, he causing way too many flags. And some of these easy flags he had caused, some of these wide receivers was easy to guard, and the referee is saying that, oh, we're about to flag number one again, and guess what? Ohio State fans, they they mad that he's staying another whole year. They wanted him gone.
Mm.
The Because the penalties, the referee the problems he having with the referee, and he got spit on about Tez Johnson
Oh,
and
that's
the
strong. You don't spit on
yeah.
people. That's a no-no.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's automatic. No, like Jackson said.
Agreed. Well, Timothy, we're gonna let you go, and before you go, tell your friends, family, and cashiers post about the magic that Timothy is creating on Timothy Redmond 20 on @/Twitter. Y'all go subscribe to his channel on Thunder Redmond and check out his show with College Football with Sam. Let me tell you something. It's a fun one, and I recommend you tune in.
Yep, and one more thing. That Rose Bowl game was terrible for Oregon, and,
Um,
and I I do know at the press conference he took all the blame, and before the week before during the week Ohio, the week of the Tennessee Ohio State game, the first game, he sent out a tweet, and Jeremiah Smith, it said that he dared their corners and safeties the play man. He dared them to, and guess what? I saw a bunch of man coverage. In the first game, they play more zone, half and half.
well, I'll tell you this. You know, don't ever compare the 2025 Rose Bowl loss to Foghorn Leghorn spanking the barnyard dog around Spaz. Because, like, when I did that, he was like, "Be quiet over there before I lost Alabama." Other than that, take your Foghorn Leghorn and go spank in Bama's backyard.
I noticed in the background and in some of your YouTube videos, you be having some NFL with helmets. You must have an NFL channel.
Oh, well, actually, I've got my own personal channel. I don't have an NFL channel, but I do have NFL people on from every now and again. Latest one was Mike Debate, and that's from a few months back. That's when he was
That,
still
that
at
was a good show that you did with him.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, he was still at Locked On Patriots at that time, but he's not. But he's exclusively doing Sports Illustrated for the Patriots.
Nice.
There we go. Well, we're gonna get to our next caller, good buddy, and we will definitely see
I
you
hope
soon.
I hope I get some more subscribers
We'll
Absolutely.
we'll,
for
we'll
being
make
on
sure
your
you do.
show. Yeah, and y'all have a good day, sir.
You too, Thunder.
You too,
Appreciate it.
Timothy. All right, man. That was a pretty awesome call, man. Like, it's always fun talking with Timothy Redmond. Like, I love watching
Absolutely.
his takes on the Michigan College show where he's talking with TJ and hanging out with John and Maze Madman and Kente 619 and Johnny Olden Jr. I want to make sure I get all the names right because I'm just like,
There's a lot of them, but it's a good lineup for sure.
there you go. And he is back from his 2-month vacation, I guess. And it is Dan the Diesel Freak. How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, good evening, Jeffrey, and good evening, Jackson. What in on God's green earth was that all about? Insult my Buckeyes? No, 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 no. Thunder, Redmond, you better not be talking because they're going to get you in a grave, buddy. And first of all, Vanderbilt fans, you don't know absolute playing against a good team like Ohio State. So I don't want to hear none of your fans talking all that up in my house. And I've been seeing y'all's posts on Twitter and Instagram talking all that smack, and I've been hearing y'all going live on there, and I'm like, oh my freaking Lord. Do these Alabama fans are that delusional or are they that stupid?
What
I
did
mean,
we
seriously.
say? What did either one of us say on Twitter or Instagram?
No, it was like other Alabama fans going on crazy now. Oh, how Alabama's gonna come back, Caleb DeBoer's gonna say the program. I'm like, Caleb DeBoer is running this program straight into the ground. I've been saying it since he got hired as the head coach. I mean, oh my God, what the heck, man!
I
But
think you've been puffing a little too much
but
that
but
diesel.
but, but Jackson, let's get down. Let me get something off my chest. The Texas Ohio State game. You're gonna say it's an iffy game? No, I'm gonna tell you what. It is gonna be a 100% slaughter of the Texas Longhorns. They want to come up in here and get some revenge. The only person that's going to be satisfied is that Ohio State defense when they start cooking Arch Manning's up in the horseshoe. I don't say about not once, not twice, not 3 times. Ohio State's defense is going to sack Arch Manning 12 times in the horseshoe. Why? Because now we've just won a national championship, and our defense has got a lot more guys on hand, so it's going to be a bloodbath for Arch Manning. It's going to be a bad day to be a Texas Longhorn fan. Now, that being said, you Alabama fans are talking about, oh, this is the year y'all going to come back. This is the year y'all are going to do this and this and this. Really? Because y'all are going straight downhill like I've been preaching for the last 3 months. And I know y'all haven't heard from me for the last month, but I've been saying it on Instagram. I've been saying it on Facebook. I've been saying it on Twitter. Like, y'all are garbage. Vandy's garbage. That scum team from up north is garbage. That Timmy Thunderman, I don't even know what the heck his name is. Talking all that out. Y'all ain't nothing. Come on now. Y'all got us in Georgia to worry about. And now y'all are talking all that smack. It sounds like y'all are wanting a death sentence, is what y'all are speaking about, from what I'm understanding. Oh, and Timmy, I see you wanting to talk some smack up in here, but sit down, boy. The big dogs have entered the building. Now, Jackson, hold it right there. Hold your Crimson Tide carcass right there. Ohio State is in the house right now. But here's my thing. Our season this year is going to be good.
All right. Hold on. Timothy wants to come back up, so I'll bring him back up for a little bit. All right, man.
Oh, my God. These Michigan fans.
Yeah, I heard that. You know what? Look, I rooted for y'all in that Rose Bowl game. The reason why I rooted for y'all in that Rose Bowl game because nobody wanted Oregon to come to they was supposed to come to the Big Ten in 20 and to 2026, but they chose to come a year early. They beat you bad. Well, by 1 point. They beat us thanks to the referee and they forced the Penn State to get into a shootout, and that's why you lost, and and that y'all won the and plus that fight that was but that was not cause for. Because those 8 straight years that I watched my team lost, we just went on about our day and told y'all that we see y'all your next year, but this okay, the fights lost. Y'all blamed it on it's too windy. It's too cold. It's too snowy. The second year, y'all talking about the sun is too bright. Our quarterback is throwing picks. The second half, y'all talking about the sun too bright. We can't even tackle our running backs. The third year, y'all talking about oh, it's CJ fault. He should have stayed. We hired Connor, the stereo signs. Then this year y'all talk y'all talking about oh y'all wasn't y'all wasn't y'all wasn't prepared. But guess what? But this year, and y'all don't get the job done, it's gonna be some problems. You may have to wait another 20 years because it seemed like the 20-year dominance that Michigan had back in the 80s and the 90s. It seems like that's coming back, and y'all might have to deal with that. And you know what? You right about the Vanderbilt fans. They had no reason doing that. And y'all talking about Winstar for one reason, a conference that's soft. But they will not be winning a Rose Bowl for 4 in a row because a conference that do that. We don't see that every day, and and and, and Michigan, Ohio State, but they just won the Big Ten, and this year the two teams that is favored to win it is James Franklin and Steve. So one of those two teams that may face each other in the national title.
Timothy, are you done spitting your dog crap already? Because you're going to bore me to death. Oh my God.
Yes. Now you can speak
So
now.
sit on down, son. We have a national championship wing, and we beat 4 teams for a national championship. So sit on down and let the big dogs of the Big Ten run the show while y'all sit down. Because y'all got fined, y'all got penalized, and you got a big time handed to y'all. Now, this November, if you want to be talking all that till November and not wait till November, I'll tell you what's going to happen in November. In November, we're going to beat the living absolute crap out of y'all's carcasses. And I don't want to be hearing none of y'all talking like, oh, you should have won that game when we beat y'all's butt. In reality, you had it coming to you. As they say, karma's a you-know-what. And that's the bottom line, Timmy. So get on down and sit on down, little boy, because the big dogs are back
Oh,
in the house. Oh, and
this
Jackson,
sounds,
don't be giving me that face.
this
Jackson,
sounds like a
Jackson,
WWE promo.
Jackson, Don't be giving me that face, buddy, because I know that face. Y'all gonna be like, we're gonna screw something up. Nah, y'all Bama fans better shut up and sit on down because the big dogs of the Big Ten, and now Georgia's gonna be back on top of the SEC. We're gonna be the ones in the national championship picture while y'all gonna be in the I don't know the Cheez-It Bowl against Louisiana Tech, and y'all gonna get your loss handed by you by Louisiana Tech. But as far as that scum team from up north, y'all are gonna get your losses handed in the Birmingham Bowl, and that's our bottom line, buddy. I don't need to say anything more to this scum piece of scum.
Well,
Okay.
I remember some Georgia fans a couple years ago they said that
Oh, Timmy, are you talking about the bet of those Georgia Bulldog fans? Yeah, I heard about that. Don't you think I've heard about anything and everything? Let's be honest. Georgia versus Ohio State is a no-question game. It's going to be physical. It was going to get ugly. And I'm going to tell you what, Timmy, it's going to happen again. Because they want a rematch against us and they want it again. So be it. We're going to run it back again.
Wait.
So as far as I'm concerned,
Kirby Smart
So-
finally fire Mike Bobo or something? Like,
no, Jackson, here's the thing. I'm saying if Georgia wants us versus them back to the national championship, they're going to get it. And we're going to show the world why we're the two most dangerous teams.
they told us that we see you. They wanted to see us in Houston, but guess what? Y'all had to deal with Nick Saban and Jim the Harbaugh. He beat Nick Saban, and Ryan Day will never had the chance. Even though that Ryan Day had lost to Nick. Saban.
Nick Saban? Are you talking about Nick Saban? Just get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I've said before and I've said once again, it's my show and I can have on anybody that I want on anytime that I want when I want.
I ain't talking about your show, Jackson. I'm talking about Nick Saban. I'm like, Nick Saban, get him out of here. He's retired and gone. Caleb DeBoer is garbage. Straight up. Jerome Moore? Nah, he's scum. Just as much scum as every single Michigan fan, including Burks. And Burks, as far as he's concerned, I'm going to cook his rear end sooner than later. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm about to cook him later. So as far as I'm concerned, Jackson, your show's fine. You can have anyone you want on here. The Godfather, I don't care if the Godfather wants to come up in here. Listen, Godfather, I ain't making no deals with you, but I'll tell you this. I know there's a guaranteed fact. Georgia's going to beat the absolute living out of them Crimson Tide. And when the Crimson Tide comes up to Columbus, we're going to beat the absolute living out of the Crimson Tide. The Crimson Tide think they're going to come in here?
Well, Dan, time for you to go to bed, and we will definitely see you soon. Good night, goodbye. Oh, man, that was crazy. Well,
wow.
Yeah. That was that yeah. I'm just like I'm a little bit tired, so I couldn't deal with that tonight.
Yeah, he wild. He just like he kind of reminded me we had this call-in show a couple of Sundays ago on Johnny Channel, and this Ohio State guy, his name is Big Mike, and he told us, we asked him about are you nervous about this top five schedule, and he told us that they going 12-0. They going 12-0.
Wow. I don't think anybody in college football is going to go unbeaten in college football this year. I'm just not seeing that, but we'll definitely wait and see.
Those days might be big. Those days might be. It might be over with.
Oh man. Birch, we see. No worries. We're come on back in. Call in links in the chat. Well, Timothy, I
Who
am.
who's
Uh,
Birch?
oh, Birch. Oh, Diesel Freak's challenging him apparently. Like that's nuts.
Hey, if you want a round two, Jackson, we can go with a round two.
Probably next Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's too much for Jackson to handle, man. I'm just sitting back, relaxing, and watching watching this garbage unfold, man.
Yeah.
Makes our jobs a lot easier, doesn't it, Jackson?
Oh yeah, it does. Oh, Timothy, I am sorry about all that was happening a little while ago, man.
Look, that stuff used to bother me, but not no more.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it makes for a great time. You know, we've had we've had plenty of wonderful conversations in the past, very colorful conversations with the Dark Lord of the Sith in the past. That's his other name that he goes by.
Oh yeah.
But we're always prepared and ready for Dan when he comes on. Definitely appreciate his contributions to Alabama with the voice of college football and his colorful commentary on everything Ohio State and the best team in the entire world, according to him. You know, uh, don't agree with that, but you know, again, it makes for great laughs and commentary. So.
If he get into a argument with Maniac, oh, that might be a problem with Maniac.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that. Like I want to see. I really see the Botsy Maniac cooking him. Like that is something I will be watching for sure. Well, all right, Tiffany. We will get to our next few callers. We will be seeing you soon, man.
Yeah. The only reason I wanted to jump back on to put some sense into him, but I guess he's scared now.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And this is your show, and he don't have the power to exit somebody off.
Oh,
He can do that on his show, but
there you go. We'll definitely be seeing you soon next week. And Timothy, don't be a stranger, good buddy.
yeah, I
Thanks for
will be
coming on.
telling. I will be I will be telling my crew members what Dan said. I might tell them, but he might get mad. But
It's all right with me. I'll be
Sounds
watching.
great.
yeah. I think that Maze Madman he doing a calling show tomorrow. So
There we go. I'll be watching.
yeah.
Well, we'll be seeing you soon, Timothy.
Oh, all right. Roll Tide out and
Roll
go
Tide.
blue.
Go blue and roll
Go
tide.
blue and roll tide. Absolutely.
And we got our next caller, and he's a famous caller. We got Bert's on the line. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
What the hell did I just see, man?
I
Like,
know,
what?
right?
The thing is, Burks, you know, if you talk too much, Dan's gonna want to come back on. He's gonna try for round two, but I don't know if Jackson can handle anymore.
Yeah, dude, I should have given you this warning because apparently in OHL podcast Monday or last week, yeah, Monday it was. He got like he did this whole entire like, oh, they're gonna put 13 sacks on Texas, and then the host got mad. They told him, all right, get the hell off our channel for 2 to 3 weeks, like how Mark Rogers did. Now he's back on Mark Rogers, and he's going to do the same exact stuff. He's gonna now do. He's going on all the Mark Rogers shows now. He's gonna go on Mark. He's gonna go on your show. He's just going to do the same crap all over again until they say, all right, take a break, and then he's going to go back to OHL podcast. That's what's going to happen. I mark my word, dude. Mark my word. You know?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just too funny, man.
I don't think Dan learned his lesson, Burks.
No, he
I
didn't
don't
learn his
think
lesson.
I don't think he
That,
did.
that unsanctioned show was a piece of crap that me and him did because I gave him, tried to make him a lesson. I want to be him, have him be a normal caller, dude. Just to be a normal caller. No, he didn't learn his lesson. What the hell was that? Me ranting and yelling at him for like 30 minutes straight. Now he's just doing the same crap again. Like, oh my god, dude.
I mean, like I said, the funniest thing he ever said to me was when he said that he knows Caleb Downs, so he could contact anybody at Ohio State to make sure a Louisville game happens, so they can beat down the Cardinals and Austin's favorite team. I mean, I just don't think he's got the contacts, man. I just don't think that a guy that has 4 Twitter followers has any contact with anybody substantial or significant. I mean, again, I'm not hating. We all start somewhere. I'm just saying, like, why are you bluffing and acting like you can talk with anybody out there to make anything happen? I mean, like I just don't see it. It's like the other night I said to Dan, I was like, all right, like he said he was going to make sure that we get blown out against Georgia. And I'm like, what are you going to do, Dan? Are you going to go out there on the field yourself and beat us? Like, is that what you're going to do? Because other than that, I don't see how you particularly can influence. He's like, I'll make sure Georgia destroys us. I'm like, how? What can you do? Are you going to give him a pep talk? Are you going to make like a YouTube video saying, Georgia, listen to my words. You need to do this. I mean, all right. I think they know how to play football better than you. I think they know how to play football better than any of us. You know, I mean, they're the ones playing football. I mean, I think it's up to them whether they beat us, not you. I just don't understand them, man. But again, appreciate his contribution to the channel.
Agreed.
And his conversations always make for great laughs, but I don't understand half of what he says because it makes no sense.
It's like he does that little WWE promo crap. Like, Bertz, I saw your thing, what you said to me, where he was calling on the Ohio podcast, like where he was like wanting to have Hell in a Cell with you or something.
Yeah, it's just I will say his obsession has gotten less with me now. I think he's going more after like Mark Rogers, the OHL podcast host named Chris Wild.
Yeah,
These type of guys.
He's moving on to bigger and better things, right? Sorry, I had to say that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine, man. He's salty. Hey, he's salty. No, he's salty that you guys beat him and your team beat him in the 2020 national championship. He even said he almost cried. So like that's why I think he's putting Alabama as a target right now. You know, like he has beef with
the
Alabama
game or something. Like, good grief! I mean,
he has beef with Alabama. He has beef with Notre Dame, Alabama, and Michigan. He even said on Mark Rogers, all those 3 teams are gonna win 20 games or less. That's his prediction because he has beef with Bama. Because remember, you guys killed Ohio State in the 2020 national championship, right? So
wait. Did you just wait a minute? Did you just say that he said that between Alabama, Michigan, and Notre Dame, we're gonna win less than 20 games next year?
Yeah, and combined, yeah, that's what he said on Mark Rogers' show.
Yeah, we would literally have to all go 6-6.
Yeah,
that's not happening. There's no way that's happening.
That's what he said on Mark Rogers, and Mark Rogers was like, "Holy crap, dude!" That's when he did the normal caller stuff. He said normal callers at the end. It was that show. That was the show, dude. Yeah.
Okay, that's one of the worst takes I've heard in a while.
Yeah,
even from him, man. I don't know how that's going to happen. I mean, Notre Dame's probably going to win 9 games at very worst. They'll probably win 10 or 11. Alabama at worst will win 9. That's already 18. And then Michigan, even if Michigan wins 2 games, that's 20. Like, I'm not – Michigan's going to win 8, 9, 10 games as well. Like, there's a better shot of us 3 winning 30 games combined next year than for us to do less than 20.
That's what I'm saying. I think that Alabama, Michigan, and Notre Dame, I think they're all going to win 10 games. And that's my prediction. You know, I put Alabama.
I can see that easily.
I put Alabama at 10-2. That's like my final prediction, no matter what. You know,
that's kind of where I'm at right now. I haven't made a prediction. A lot of people say 11-1, but I'm thinking 10-2 as well.
10-2. I think that I don't know who your QB is going to be, to tell you the truth. What Coach Snook said, he said that that Keelan Russell is looking better than what he saw in practice. They're looking better than Ty Simpson, but we'll have to see. But he's really good, Keelan Russell. He'll have a good career at Bama for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, we're in the graveyard. We're under the graveyard.
Oh my God, he's back. Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
Man,
again,
what the hell is
I'm
wrong
telling
with
you, Bert,
Man, what the
he's
hell
gonna
is wrong
try to
with
come
you,
back
dude?
on. He's gonna try to come back
Can you
on, man.
please bring him back on, all right? Dan, call it and bring. I need to get something set up with him, dude.
I just don't know. Jackson don't want it. I'm all here for it. I'll just go backstage and let y'all go. It don't matter to me. I mean, this show's already shot anyway. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is why it's like After Dark. It's absolutely insane. I mean,
Well, we got we got a normal person question from Matthew Miller from the Texas channel on Texas at the Voice College Football, and he's asking how many blue bloods are in college football and who are they? There's Bama, there's Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska.
Don't say Texas. Don't say Texas. It's not Texas. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh man,
Nebraska.
Yeah,
Nebraska's no, Mom. I'm sorry. It's just.
I mean, historically, yes, but currently, heck no. I mean, they're not even
Yeah.
close. But I mean, historically, I mean, they're like Indiana in basketball. They're the same thing.
All right, let me give you mine. Right? Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Alabama, Oklahoma, and USC. 6.
I mean, when
Those
you
6.
do that, it makes an exclusive club because it's like when you talk about basketball, everyone's like UCLA, and then it's Kentucky, Carolina, Duke, and then Kentucky, Kansas. I forgot Kansas, and then Indiana is like on the edge. UConn's becoming one, I guess. I just feel like if Indiana in basketball can be considered a blue blood, then so is Nebraska football. But
The problem with Texas, and I know Matt Miller is, he's a little upset. Listen, I like Texas. Don't get me wrong, but the issue is you only have 4 national titles. One of them is like shouldn't even count. 1970, you guys got awarded with Ohio State, and you guys lost your bowl game, right? And in the 25th first century, other than your Natty from 2005, you guys haven't done crazy much. I'm sorry to say it. Oklahoma is a better program all time than Texas. It's just that if Texas starts winning more natties, yes, if they have like 1 or 2 more, then I would start to put them in the blue blood status. But unfortunately, dude, my man, they're not a blue blood Texas.
In your opinion, Birch, do you think a team can be a blue blood and then lose that status?
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. I think Texas lost their blue blood status.
Just like Nebraska.
Exactly.
So you would look at Indiana basketball and say they're not.
Oh, man. I think they have too many championships to not
Indiana basketball to me is a blue blood because
I think it's a blue blood. Yeah,
80% of their history they've been great.
Exactly.
And now recently they've been bad, but it's because of them having to fire a great coach, Kelvin Sampson. He's a great coach. Okay. And since they had to fire him, they've been bad. But it's like, does that just, Indiana is not a blue blood anymore? I just don't agree with that. I get with Nebraska because they've had multiple bad coaches. They've been bad for a long time. And their heyday was like 30 years, whereas Indiana has about 50 years of being great in basketball. And they got 5 championships. How many does Nebraska have in football?
5.
5. Okay, well, it's the same.
1970,
I don't know, man.
1970, 1971, 1994, 1995, and 1997.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, to me, I mean, I think Nebraska and Indiana are like, I mean, they're old bloods. They're blue bloods that are old and they're tired. But I mean, I would give Indiana basketball a little bit of an edge because comparing the basketball to football, the ones that are great like Alabama, Michigan have way more championships than the ones in basketball do. It's like Kansas is a blue blood. They got 4. They got less titles than Indiana. Well, it's because they have way more wins.
USC obviously is a blue blood.
Well, see, this list is trash. You trying to tell me Washington's a blue blood, Google?
Dude,
are you kidding me right now?
Oh my God, dude.
Washington? Washington.
Oh my God, dude. Nebraska. Penn State is not. Penn State is not. Dude, they're just not.
That list is trash. Miami. I mean, I know they were great for the years.
Would you count Miami as an old blood?
Auburn? Did you just say Auburn, man? I'm laughing now. I can't
Yeah,
believe
Auburn.
is.
I mean, Miami at least was elite when they were elite. Like,
Auburn is just. I don't know how anyone is even an Auburn. I've never been an Auburn fan in my life. It's all like I don't know why a person in Alabama would be an Auburn fan over Alabama unless
yeah,
they
I don't
went
get
to
it.
the school.
Like,
Unless
there's
they
no
went to the
reason
school.
to do it.
Yeah, unless they went to the school. That's it. That's the only reason I would say. You know.
See,
Let's see.
Matthew Miller's of the belief that you can't add and subtract blue bloods. I mean, I can see it both ways. I mean, if you have a great school and then they're just bad forever, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, oh, they're a blue blood when they're bad. But the thing is that I feel like the schools that were great, they still have that capability in them if they can ever get it right. You know, like I believe Indiana basketball can become elite again if they hire the right coach finally. If they get it together, they have the ability, they have the fans, they have the passion, the history. Nebraska, I mean, like, even when they're 3-9, they sell out their stadium. Like, the passion's there, the history's there. That's why it's hard to say they're not a blue blood. But when they're going 3-9 and 4-8 every year, I get why people are like, oh, they're not anymore. I mean, it's just I can see it both ways, honestly.
Well, Matthew Miller, if you want to come on in and give your take, you're welcome to come on in. The call-in link is in the chat, good buddy.
You know, Dan is in the like QA or like in the.
Yeah. I'm
Jackson don't want to do it. I mean, Burks wants it. I know he does.
I want it, but I don't
He wants it, Jackson. I mean, I mean, dude, you got a timer, right? Just give him 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, give me like a couple minutes, Jackson,
Give
and then
him
I'll
5 minutes.
What do you say? Chat, what do you say?
Give Dan 5 minutes to make his point to Burks once and for all why Michigan's trash and Ohio State's elite or whatever. For the 80th time. We can do it. We'll do another round 2, man.
All right. Okay. Hey Siri, set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
This is so unhinged, man.
All right, 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Go.
Did you call me, you piece of crap?
Yo, Katie. All right, Dad. Yes, I did. But before that, why are you being like this, man? Just be a normal caller. You know, Mark Rogers, he says normal caller. Just why are you not being a normal caller? Or are you like this? Just tell me. Do you need help or do you want to be a normal caller? Tell me.
Or perhaps, Bert, if you're stupid, I do it this way because it's a little entertaining, but also you gotta be a one-of-one special, dude. You can't just be like all normal idiots in the house, you know what I mean? All right. And second of all, I only came back on here because you are absolutely spitting the absolute most smelly dog crap I have ever heard on God's green earth. Now let me tell you something, Berkey boy. How about you? And I'm glad that you dropped your baby bottle of milk, put it down to the side, and called on in. Now, let me remind you something. I didn't ask Georgia to get hired by myself because I'm jealous about the loss to Alabama. I'm not ashamed about losing to Alabama. Actually, to be honest, so Jackson and Jeffrey can have that clear. I only asked Georgia because I just despise Alabama 100%. I just despise them all the way down. And let's be straight up honest. You are literally the worst scum fan on the face of God's green earth. And that is the bottom line. Y'all in the Michigan fan base, scum. Sharon Moore, scum. And let me just say this. The only reason y'all, Notre Dame, and Alabama are the lowest form of scum is because y'all have been. I mean, blaming stuff, accusing stuff. I mean, just the most nonsense. I've been here on Twitter. I've been here on social media. Like, why are y'all saying this so much shit up in here? Like, why? I don't even need y'all to explain it to me.
Dan, let's be real. You're salty. You're salty that Alabama beat you guys in the national championship. You're salty that Alabama's the greatest program in college football and has double the championships. And you're just jealous of them. It's so obvious. I can just tell. That's why you hate Alabama so much. It's pretty obvious. Number two, okay, you need to change, man. All right, you've been doing the same stuff, okay, about doing your ludicrous takes and then getting mad at the co-host. You need to chill out. You need to go to like do some therapy, man. Come on, you can change. People like normal callers. I'm sorry.
Therapy.
This take, this whole Dan, being like not normal. No one likes it. I'm sorry to say it. Yes, it's funny, but we're laughing at you. We're not laughing because we're just laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, Burks. I mean, here's the thing. The thing I think's funny is the fact that Dan said you're the worst Michigan fan of them all. I know worse Michigan fans than you. Like not that they're bad people or anything.
Yeah, I know
but
what you're
like
saying.
they love their team so much that it blinds them. And that's kind of where Dan falls. You love Ohio State so much, Dan, that you go completely nuts over any type of discussion with them that ain't positive. That is the problem. It's like I can take criticism toward my teams because I'm not obsessed by them. I don't love them to the ends of the earth. I like them a lot. Heck, I even love them, but I don't love them like that. I mean, you can take criticism. It can happen. Like Burks accepts criticism of his team. He's not that blind. I understand Ohio State is an elite program. We all know this, but they are beatable. They're not going to rule the college football universe. That's just not how this is. And what Burks is saying, Dan, you are funny, man. You are funny, but then you take it too far. And then you go completely crazy at everybody. And that's why Mark says what he said. That's why everybody wants you off the show and all that. I think you're funny, but then it crosses a line. And that's all Burks is saying. I'm done. I'm going back to where I was before.
So can you change?
Are you
that?
done spitting
Yeah,
your
I'm done.
shit,
I'm
Burks?
done. All right. Can you change now for me? Come on. Well, we want you in the community. All right, in Mark Rogers' community. But like I said, man, you cannot cross the line. That's all I ask.
Burks, you didn't answer my question. Are you done spitting your shit?
Yes, I'm done spitting it. All right.
Because y'all and Jeffrey are as annoying as hell. I mean,
All right.
oh
Get him
my
out. Get
God.
him out.
You
Get him out.
Indiana fans, Michigan fans, Bama fans are annoying on
All
social
right. All right.
media.
All right.
I don't need this shit to be going.
All right. All right. We can't have this anymore. All right.
Yeah, time's up. Oh Jesus.
It's all over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I'm so annoying when I tweet things like, "Oh wow, Indiana might actually make the playoffs again in my lifetime." Wow, that's amazing. I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, all I'm saying is that you can love your team.
yeah.
I mean, have your entire room decked out with them, like head to toe, wear the clothes. Have the memorabilia, the jerseys, everything. I don't care. I think it's great if you're that passionate about something. But it's just, I've never seen a guy like Dan before. I mean, it's not, the thing is, if he channeled his energy about his team and football in the other direction, in the positive direction, even if it was the same intensity, even if it's like insanity intensity, I think we'd all be great with it. It's just, he goes off at everybody whenever you don't agree with him about what I'm saying, about anything. Like it's the slightest nitpick. It's like what I said, I don't think was anything crazy, right? I don't think it was. I think I was being kind of like compromised between you two. I didn't see any issue with it. And then he's like, "Oh, all the Indiana fans are so annoying on Twitter." It's like, all right, because he knows I like Indiana too. I don't see how that has anything to do with anything. I mean, I even compliment him. He is a funny guy at times, but it goes way too far. I don't see any issue with me saying that or what you said, Burks, but it is what it is. I'm sure he'll call back next week and we'll do this all over again. But it's
and we're gonna need a new SpongeBob narrator.
It's never gonna get any better though.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I'm just like, it's great.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, 5 minutes, we agreed that. So wait.
I'm just trying to help the guy, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is that I think it's clearly an act. I think it's an act. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think like he's, crazy or anything. I don't think that's the case. I just feel like to him, that what he does, he likes the chaos that it brings, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for him. I don't want to speak for him. I'd rather him say it, but I mean, you never really get a minute out of him where you feel like he's being sincere out of whatever he's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a moment of reflection. It's like you could have like this craziest movie where everybody's just yelling, screaming, fighting, all this junk's going on, and then you have that one sincere, solid moment of the movie. Like usually after the second act low point, where you get that little bit of reflection. It's like, yeah, we're crazy, we're nuts, we probably should be in an insane asylum, but we still kind of care about each other a little bit. Now, that's not what we're asking here, but it's just like that little bit of common decency, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of what you're looking for. I get where you're coming from, Burks. I just don't think there's anything you could do. I think he's always going to be like this. I mean, you thought you ended him. Not literally, but like his show and his YouTube career or whatever, but he's back. And obviously, he's gonna be wreaking some havoc across the Voice of College Football Network as the season inches closer. I mean, I can't wait. We're gonna be along for the ride, but Well, he's been at war, Thunder. He's been at war. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. He needs to go to battle. Then he needs to get on the front lines and play some football. I would love to see him line up, man. I would love to see him line up. Play some football, man, and be on that offensive line for Ohio State, man. It wouldn't end well. I mean, it just.
And we're going to be having Game 7 of the NBA Finals Sunday night as the Pacers have won 108-91 against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Let's go.
Funny thing is I said the series was going to 7 before it started. I hate to admit because I don't like being fickle, but I have flipped back and forth between the Pacers and Thunder. I legitimately do not know who's going to win, but I said before the series started it was going to 7, and here we are.
I told Gabe that I thought that the Thunder would win in sets, but I was wrong on there. But that's all right. It's like
I thought prior to the series that the Thunder was going to win it all once the Celtics lost, but then I had a wild itch, and I ended up saying when I did a live stream a while back before the playoffs started, I was like, Pacers will win in 7, and now I'm just like, I don't know, man. I knew it was going to go to 7, and we're like I said, this is where we're at. I don't know who to pick.
Honestly, I love
probably the Thunder. I guess
edition of the NBA Finals.
It's been great.
It's a lot better than the past several others because I mean, it's like we got something different. Pacers, Thunder. I mean, it's like it doesn't matter who wins it all. Somebody's getting their first NBA title in franchise history. That's cool in of itself.
Yeah, I think that stuff like that's great. I mean, I made so many people mad back in the day when
Jeffrey face froze.
Yep. It's like a tradition, man.
Oh, Lord. Death taxes and Jeffrey face freezing.
I think I just froze there. Sorry.
Yep.
Now, Jackson.
You're back.
All right, what I was saying was, though, I made so many people mad back in the day when I said Alabama and Clemson playing each other and Alabama, Georgia, and all that just kept happening. I'm like, oh, this is getting old. You kind of want to see something new. And they're like, what are you saying? What are you saying, Jeffrey? You're blaspheming against Bama. And it's like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't want Bama to ever make it back or ever win it again. I'm just saying to have some new teams would be nice. That's all I said. It's like the end of the world that I said that, I mean, yeah, I want Alabama to win. Yeah, I want Alabama to do good. But I just feel like when other teams do well and have a shot to win, it's great. It's nice to see something else every now and then.
I just only think that the people only hate Alabama just because they were dominant. That's it. They really never had a scandal or any of this stuff to really hate Alabama. You know what I'm saying? It's just a dominance and Nick Saban. That's the only reason. Because let's be real here. Alabama has been a really fun team to watch during, Saban's, Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Devontae Smith, man. Those are just guys that, are so fun to watch. And, I the only way I can see it is people hate them because they're just good,
Yeah, people hate the great ones. It's something to the nature of that Kobe said. They only hate the great ones. I mean, why
Well,
else
B
would you
Bean.
not? You know.
Well, B Bean, I'm glad you asked because as it says in the title of the 37th edition of the Alabama Call-In Show, is 72 days until the start of the 2025 Crimson Tide season, and it's basically 65 days till week 0, 70
Yeah,
days
week
till week.
0. That's not super significant. It has like a couple games. It still cracks me up, but it's week 0 because theoretically that's week 1. It is the
Oh,
first week of the season, but it's like no, it's week 0, and then this is the true first week of the. I still think that is hilarious, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
65 days till week 0, 70 days till week 1, 71 days until Auburn, Baylor, Georgia Tech, Colorado, 73 days till Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Notre Dame, Miami, and 74 days till the start of the Bill Belichick era between North Carolina and TCU. And it's 44 minutes away in Jeffrey's timeline until we get to midnight striking in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah, like I was saying though, the thing is that they hate the great ones. So if Alabama never had this dominant stretch, then we wouldn't be hated. I mean, Miami's still suffering for it today with their stretch. Miami, like they were so good for so long, in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, and then they fell apart. And now people laugh at them. I mean, it's just it's insane. Like Nebraska, they were great too, but like people don't really laugh at them because people respect their fan base and they're insignificant now. So no one really hates them. Whereas Miami is like, oh well, you were great, and then you fell, and now you're trash, and your your university's a joke, and you've moved your stadium and all that, and now you're trying to get better again with Cam Ward and Carson Beck now and all this junk, and it's like you're still no good or whatever. I mean, but with Alabama, it's like no one could beat us. I mean, Georgia can't stand us because they know we've destroyed them for years. And I'm not saying that like arrogancy, as some people would say. It's just facts. I mean, like I can't believe how many games that we've beaten Georgia, games that I even picked Georgia to win in, and we somehow have beaten them. I thought we weren't going to win this year, most likely this past year, and we beat them. It's just for some reason Alabama's just done great against Georgia, and they can't stand that. I mean, we would feel the same way if we lost to Georgia all the time. Probably it's the way anybody feels. I remember Michigan fans like when they could not beat Ohio State forever. They were furious. And now all of that rage and all that fury is evaporated because you've won the last 3 years. And now Ohio State fans feel that way. And like I said, it's a little bit diluted this past year because they ended up winning a title with the expanded playoffs. Trust me, Ohio State fans, they'd be sulking and so freaking mad right now if the playoff didn't expand and they had just lost to Michigan, and that's the way their season is.
Oh, yeah.
They would be so mad right now. But they're thinking about it in the back of their mind. Like, yeah, we lost to Michigan, but we won the title, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, I mean, anybody's going to be mad with stuff like that,
Well, I'm just ready for season start, and I got a feeling we've got more craziness coming our way.
Yeah, well, it's going to be more craziness. I mean, my thing is, I just don't know how there isn't more civility when it comes to college football discussion. Like I love the banter, I love the back and forth, the arguments. I think it's great, but again, it's to a point. Like you take it too seriously. That's what I don't get. I mean, I get, like I said, the passion. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like having college game day and all the fans behind them, and they're just cheering, like all the signs with the slogans on there where they're making fun of the other team's coaches and the players and everything. I think it's great. I love all that stuff. But then some people do legitimately take it too far. Like I said, I'll never forget after Alabama lost to Texas A&M a few years ago. It was in Kyle Field. We lost on that field goal, like 41-38. That was like the first game where you could kind of see the cracks in Alabama under Saban toward the very end. We lost that game, and two guys got into a fight or whatever, and one guy died. Both were Bama fans after that game. I remember reading about it, and I'm like, why? You just lost your life over a game. Like, are you kidding me right now? Yeah, we lost. It sucks. Like we're the dominant team. We don't lose. Everyone can't stand us because we don't lose. And then it's like, all right, we lost the game. We're human. We can lose. And like you just lost your life for that. To me, I mean, it's stuff like that where I'm just like, whoa, pump the brakes. Like we're supposed to be, enjoying football. It's it's
Yeah.
fun. If your team loses, it's not the end of the world. It sucks. You'd be sad. I get sad when my team loses, but it's not the end of the world.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, it's like you don't want to make your team your whole personality. It's like when people make like their political parties their whole personality, which I mean, it's like
fair.
it's overly cringe. Where it's like,
I know it's serious business, but you even gotta admit that there's a certain point where it's too much. Right? I mean, I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. You have the passion, take it seriously. But the two things I say is don't take it too far where you can lose your life or do something you're going to regret or something like that. And the other thing is don't bet your whole money in life savings on it.
no.
It's the only two things I say. Other than that, you can do anything you want, and I think it's cool and fair game.
Don't be taking out mortgages on parlays. Don't be taking out collateral on parlays. That's a dumb move right there.
I mean, I agree. As Bevo's bodyguard, a Texas fan would say, losing to Aggies enough to go crazy. Just not enough to die over it. I'm preventing from saying what happened. I know what happened. I'm not saying it on here, but it's terrible. Have passion. I can't emphasize that enough. We love the passion. Like you guys, all you guys in the chat, we love it. But you can't. You can't do stupid things like that. You just can't. I'm not gonna say it. He died. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
And we appreciate very much, Godfather. We got a $2.99 super sticker from the Godfather of the SEC, and it's a fist bump super sticker. We love it. We thank you so much. I mean, hey, we definitely need all super chats we can get, especially after that ruckus that happened, because like that'll be enough to pay for therapy for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Plankton needed a little bit of therapy, so if he needed some therapy, I think we all could use it after that.
Oh yeah. I think I need Jesus.
Absolutely, man. We could all use that, man. We all could. I mean,
of course, man.
That was yeah. There you go. You found it. There you go. I told you I wasn't lying. Like it was true. I just don't want to say it on here. I try to keep it, family friendly and all that. But that is dumb. That's all I'm saying. Why? I mean, do you think that level of insanity is ridiculous, Jackson? Like that? I mean, to me,
that's insane to get into some kind.
I remember reading about it. I remember when we lost. I was upset. Like, darn, we lost to A&M. They're terrible. But I mean, I got over it, and like, I just can't believe that happened. I still cannot believe. I'll never forget it as long as I live, because of how stupid that is. It's a football game. Football is not the most important thing in the world, man. There are way more important things in your life, including your life, than football. Way more important. I love football. It's one of my favorite things in the world, but it's not the most important thing, and it never will be. It's not that important. It's not that important to lose your life over it, or lose all your friends over it, or whatever. I mean, lose anything over it. I mean, I hate to get all somber a little bit after all the crazy, but I think, like, again, Burks, it's kind of what you're trying to say with Dan. Like, he could be a valuable member of the community, right? If he wasn't just pissing everybody off.
I know, right? It's just like, good grief.
I mean, when you alienate everybody and you irritate them, it makes nobody like you. It makes no one want to even talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing really else I can say about it, but it's just.
And plus, I'm just kind of like, I wasn't in the mood tonight, but it's like last week I was definitely not in the mood for something like Diesel Freak was pulling tonight. But
well, that's why, I mean, when you have a call-in show, man, there's going to be craziness. I mean, that's why I
Agreed.
used to love watching Mark's calling shows when he had them all the time, frequently. He still does some calling shows, still great. But like when he had tons of calling shows on the Voice of College Football, and like he would just have some of the craziest callers, and Mark's reactions were just priceless. I mean, sometimes he would just leave him on, and he would just be staring at him with his facial expressions were priceless. Other times he just kick him off and be like, "I'm done." It's great. It's great, but that's what you have with a call-in show. That's why it's fun, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Now with some certain people you do, but you don't know what you're gonna get sometimes.
True. And I can tell you this, Thunder Redmond, thank you for calling in. And Bert's, what else we got on your mind tonight, good buddy? Sorry about all that happened tonight.
No, it's fine, man. I'm used to people like that all the time, so it's nothing to be apologized. And listen, I do like him. Like, it's fine. He's on it. He's supporting your channel. He's doing super chats. He just needs to chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like I can't
Oh,
even hate on the guy, man. Like he supports our channel. Like
Exactly.
that's great. Like, thanks for the super chat. Even without the super chats, it's like, thanks for being here. Like, thanks for supporting us, watching the show.
yes.
Calling in, creating engagement. All that stuff is fantastic. It just goes too far. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every time I agree with you, Burks.
Yeah, Warrior. So I have a quick question. Where do you guys feel like for recruiting when it's all said and done on December after signing day? Where do you guys feel your program is going to be in the recruiting rankings? You guys have them top 5, top 3. What do you guys feel?
I can see it being in the top 5, honestly.
Me too. I can see it anywhere from like 3 to 8 range.
But
I think we have a shot at the top 2, Jackson. I don't see it, but
we don't necessarily need to be in top 2. We just need to be in top 5. That's what really
absolutely
matters.
I agree with that.
But yeah, we are keeping an eye on the situations with Max Sutter, though. Like, so far, that to the point where I decided that the Alabama channel, and I talked with Mark about this. I texted Mark, Chris, TJ, just like, hey, I've got an idea. Why don't we do like recruiting commitment watch party reactions? And it's not just our channel, not just like team channels, but like recruit, all that stuff. Chris mentioned the recruiting channel. I was like, that's an excellent idea. So starting next Thursday, the Alabama channel, the Ohio State channel, the Illinois, Ole Miss, and the recruiting channel, and on the Voice of College Football X and Instagram account at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing a live watch party reaction to Max Sutter's commitment, whether he commits to Alabama, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Illinois, one of those schools. We're doing a watch party for that. Coach Smoke and I are going to be on there, and Garrison's going to be on. Nate Coe's on there, and Leanne Herring's going to be on there as well.
That's really cool. You know what you guys should do is for that 5-star receiver Sedarian guy. He would be a really good one for commitment watch.
Oh yeah, like honestly, that's what I've been really thinking about for a long while, and because like Alabama, Auburn, it's gonna be doing that, and we're thinking about doing one for Malachi Lee.
Oh, him? Yeah, he's apparently a lot of my Michigan people think he's basically Michigan, but who knows? Alabama could make a shot too. But I heard that those are the two
Well,
programs.
I think it's gonna be Alabama, Michigan, Texas, and Georgia.
Yeah,
And Malachi Lee's deciding between one of the 4.
Yeah, I think it is a good idea with the recruitment, like watch parties though, because like you have all the different teams involved with with the list, like the Final 4, whatever they're choosing between, and you having all of them involved, like the different channels, the different like channels in the network. I think it's a great idea. That is a really cool idea, because I mean you could do that all the time. I mean, because there's always commitments, there's always announcements, and usually those big schools have the craziest recruitments at the end, because sometimes you don't know. It's a lot better when you don't know where the guy's going to go versus if you kind of already have an idea. It's way better when you don't know.
Exactly, because I mean, something like this, I think is gonna be awesome, and I think we can do more of this. It'll be amazing. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put it in the chat. This just from the Alabama channel. I don't have it on the I don't have the Illinois channel, Ole Miss channel, or Ohio State or recruiting channel at my hand at the moment, but it is live on those channels next Thursday. I promise you that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, no, it's a really good idea. So I agree.
So here we go. I'm going ahead and putting it in the X chat right now. So there we go. Well, all right, Bert. So we will definitely be seeing you soon, or I guess we can just call you a Berkey boy now.
Yeah. You know, it's actually scary. Last thing I'm gonna say is last name is Berkey. It's like Dan guessed it. He's like AI. He knows too much about me, Dan. And I don't
Wow.
tell much about I
That's
don't know too
scary.
much about this guy. I don't know. I never told anyone about my last name, and this guy knows it. It's scary, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Is he like Helga with like the Arnold shrine on Hey Arnold or something? Like, good God.
I don't know, dude. But hey, it was
Man,
fun
I remember
talking
when
to
I
you
watched
guys.
it as a kid. I was like, "Oh man, some
Yes.
people are messed up."
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
especially when Miriam needed her smoothies, which I think there's a little bit of vodka.
we know what was going on. That was a great show, by the way. I love that show. I mean, every character was so relatable, for good or for bad, because there's people like that in real life. Great show. Yeah, the smoothies, man.
Just
Yeah.
don't be like Oscar ever.
Oh, I'm gonna find some work, honey. I'm gonna get a job. Oh.
I take them, Grandpa.
All right, well, take care, man. It was fun talking to you
Yeah,
guys.
you have a great night, Bert.
Always talking
Appreciate
to
you
you,
calling
Bert.
in.
See you soon.
Take care.
And we got Will and D. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, guys. Unfortunately, the power's out. That's why I'm dark, but
Ooh.
doing pretty good.
You're good, man. Wait, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's not too
That
hot.
sucks on the power, man.
Yeah.
How long has it been out?
Well, I went to my friend's place for a while and it wasn't out, but here it's still out.
Man.
Is there any bad weather in Virginia, man?
It was a bad storm that just went through, and it didn't last that long, but it did knock out the power.
Yeah, there's been a lot of horrible storms lately, man. Like all across the country. Alabama's had some, I know. Where I'm at in North Carolina, it's been bad at times. Like especially like that part of the country, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas. Like they've been like intense but short storms. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So unpredictable, but yeah, I'd definitely be praying for your power to come back on soon. That sucks.
Agreed.
But for the Tide this year, what do you guys think that the Auburn game is going to end up deciding whether or not the Tide make the playoff? Do you think that's what it's going to come down to? Just winning in one hair?
I think more like it decides whether we go to the SEC title game, but that's just my thoughts. But
it could be either or, honestly, because like if we're 10-1, then to Jackson's point, it could very well be for the SEC title. If we're 9-2, then yeah. If we're 9-2, then that game is going to decide whether we make the playoffs. Because I mean, if we go 9-3 again, we're more than likely going to be on the outside looking in, just like last year. So definitely have to win that game if we're 9-2. Honestly, I don't know what we're going to do because I'm on the fence whether we're going to lose 2 games or 1 or even 3. I mean, because I could see it, any which way. With Saban, it was like, yeah, we're going to go 11-1, probably at worst. Now it's like, I don't know. Because, I mean, I could see like 3 or 4 games we could maybe lose. So if we do have those 2 losses to, Georgia or South Carolina or whoever else, and then we're going to that Auburn game, it's a must win. It's like we already blew our season last year before the Auburn game because we lost to Oklahoma Vanderbilt. But this year, it's like it would be really interesting because normally, like going to the Auburn game, it was like we had to win to make the playoffs of the SEC title game because it was a 14 playoff. Now with a 12-team playoff, if we only have one loss, then we could lose to Auburn, still get in, kind of like Ohio State did with Michigan. But if we have 2 losses, then it's a must-win. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the big thing for the Tide this year is going to be the O-line. Like, can it be better?
Absolutely. I mean, when we were at our best, we had an elite O-line. And for most teams, that's the case. We had great running backs, receivers, defensive players, yes, but we also had a great offensive line. And lately it's regressed, and that definitely has hurt our team because we don't have as much of a talent edge as we used to have. And with a worse O-line, it makes it tougher on a quarterback that's not elite.
Mm-hmm. And are you guys excited for Game 7, or what do you think thoughts on Game 7 of the finals?
I am looking forward to Game 7. I just am back and forth on who's going to actually win. When I did the predictions earlier, I went with, about 2 weeks ago, I said Pacers in 7, and then before that, I was with you, Will. Me and you did, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Pacers in 7, and then prior to that, I was believing that the Thunder would win, but now I'm kind of like, I'm leaning, I guess, Thunder, but I don't really want to go against my Pacers pick with you. I don't know. I mean, it's so close. Because honestly, the Pacers should have already won the series. They should have already won. They blew that one game. They were up big late, and then they blew it. If they had won that game, they'd already won the series.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to go with the Pacers for Game 7. That's just my take.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick Paulson is doing a fantastic job in Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm doing pretty well. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I mean, I don't know. The Irish message board I'm on, everyone thinks we're landing Kerry Adams and Joey O'Brien tomorrow. So we'll see. Fingers crossed, but I'm not going to I'm not going to take the cart with the horse, as you said. I'm going to wait for it myself, but.
Yeah, I was hearing about O'Brien the other night on the debut of Penn State Live with Andy Adair and Nick on there. They were talking about Penn State's going to get them and all that. I'm like, wow, Penn State, Notre Dame getting in a dogfight one another. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. But I think they'll at least put us at number 2 in 247, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marcus Freeman's doing a terrific job over in South Bend. I just hope that we don't see Notre Dame losing that one game they shouldn't lose.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good about our offense being like a dynamic passing and running offense. So hopefully that knocks it all off. And Greg McElroy put us up.
The thing is with a 12-team playoff now, though, it gives Notre Dame that ability to lose a game like that. I mean, I still, to this day, will never forget when Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois. Every single person in the chat out there was like, Notre Dame's done. Their season's over. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not over. Yeah. If they win out, which they're very well capable of doing that, they're going to easily make the playoffs. And guess what happened? Notre Dame easily made the playoffs. Probably could have lost again and still got in the playoffs.
Well, Jeffrey, I'm getting greedy now, Jeffrey, though. I want that bye. Now that Notre Dame can get the bye, I kind of want the bye.
Oh, I don't blame you, Will, on that. I don't blame you, absolutely. I mean, I would probably count on Notre Dame to lose a game they shouldn't because they always do. But it's not going to hurt them on making the playoffs like it used to when it was a 14 playoff. But, yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, it'd be great if Notre Dame would actually win out. If they go 12-0, they'd easily get the bye. But, yeah, I mean, they always lose a game they should.
Yeah. Well, hopefully CJ Carr comes out hot. But we'll see. I mean, it's a first start in Hard Rock. Even with Greg McElroy ranked the Irish O-line the best, which is good. But hopefully they can get it together, put it all together week 1. But thanks, guys. Just wanted to hop on and saw you're live still.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Appreciate it, Will. Definitely glad you called in, and definitely, again, hope that your power will come back on. Yeah. And still excited about the football season. Hopefully Notre Dame has a great year. I think they will, even if they do drop a game. You know, it's like head scratcher. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, it wrecking your season like it used to. But I know as a fan, like even with us, like just win out, win every game. You know, that's the way you want to do it. But I think Notre Dame's going to have a great year. I mean, that Marcus Freeman, say what you want about him, say, whether he's, an elite coach or just a great coach, good coach, whatever. He's done well at Notre Dame, and they're definitely better than they were under Brian Kelly. So definitely excited to watch Notre Dame next year for sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Have a great night, Will.
Well, that was our buddy Will indeed giving a call, giving his take on the Notre Dame Fighting. Oh, come on. Oh,
Gotta love StreamYard, man. Gotta love it.
this sucks. Oh, man. Where's that? Yeah. Oh, well. I'm not going to mess
for our
with it.
last call tonight with Will, it was definitely very calming. I always love when Will comes on. Always very insightful and thoughtful, and with college football discussion, whether it's Notre Dame or anything else. Sometimes you just want that calmness, and Will always brings that. Will is a great friend, great friend of the channel, of ours as well. Yeah. Definitely, that was a good way to end out what was otherwise a very chaotic show. Besides that,
well, it is off season, so it's gonna be very chaotic, no doubt about it. But we can definitely tell you something that's not chaotic, and that's the Voice of College Football website, where you can get top-notch takes in all of college football, and you've got summaries of each of these shows, including, ta-da, the reaction to Jet Tamala flipping from Iowa State to Alabama. How about that? I mean, the Voice College Football staff writing an article on that. What do you know? Pretty cool. And Crimson Tide Live. Oh, there's last week's call-in show. They're writing an article about us, Jeffrey. Nice.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I know, right? It's that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Man, but, I will say the website is sharp. The website is definitely sharp. I love it.
Agreed. I mean, it's just pretty cool. And you got the Big 12 show talking about the West Virginia preview for 2025, the writers list, including the busiest woman in the land, Leanne Herring from the Rebel Walk, Ole Miss at the Voice College Football, on the move with Mark Rogers, and on Kentucky Wildcats Wire. I'm just like, how's she do it all? Like, I'm just like, good
I don't know. That's incredible.
And it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then there's the host lineup. You got them all. Oh, Christian Ballard on the debut of Mississippi State Live. How about that? And SEC Live is back in action with style with Darius Price and Tegan Randolph. How about that? I mean, SEC Live is back before we know it. It is amazing. And you got all these people all right here on the Voice College Football. You saw Matthew Miller tonight. He does an amazing job with Texas Longhorns Live Monday nights on Texas at the Voice College Football with Gerald Goodridge. And you got Matt Green on Georgia at the Voice College Football. You got Nate Coe. You got Mark Rogers. You got them all. You got them all right there. Then there's the show lineup. Man, I really gotta make sure to update this thing, don't I? Oof. Yeah, well, we'll get figured. I'll make sure to get figured out. Then we got the channel line changed on there. Don't worry, it will be there soon. We promise you that. You got the forum discussions. All of them. Look at all these teams. Look at them all. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're all right there. And you got the news articles. All of them. All right there. And you can see on that ticker down below, come on into the Voice College Football website and you will get top-notch magic all over the place. Tell your friends, family, and cashiers and publics about the magic that the Voice College Football website is bringing you. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. And you got the Voice College Football X account, top-notch discussion, debate, analysis with no off-season. You got, well, there we go. 39 followers. Well, no, 40 followers away from 6,800. Oh, Hawkeyes Live is back tomorrow afternoon. Perfect way to spend a Friday. The Nebraska Call-In Show. Buttnuts writing an article on Buckeyes Live with Mark Rogers, Steve Hellwagon, Tony Girdman. Wednesday mornings. Grant Shashir on LSU Live. TJ bringing that magic on the Michigan Call-In Show. And you got the Instagram account for the Voice of College Football. The 2020 Clemson offense. My God. That was nuts. Ugh. They cheat everybody up like a chicken nugget, including my oh my god, 73-7 against Georgia Tech. That's nuts. Ugh. And you got the Voice of College Football TikTok account. Oh man, the Buckeyes in 2003 against the Miami Hurricanes, the downfall of the Hurricanes. You could say it looked like it was something directed by Martin Scorsese. Matt Leinart, Vince Young going at it in Keith Jackson's final game in the 2006 Rose Bowl and the granddaddy of them all. Tommy Frazier smacking the Florida Gators off the face of the earth. And you got the Voice of College Football Facebook account. Mark and Cam bringing the magic on the Hurricanes Live Wednesday mornings. You won't want to miss it. All righty. Well, Jeffrey, what have you got going on in your world this week?
Definitely going to be having more live streams coming up in the future on my YouTube channel, Only Talk Sports. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely would appreciate it if you do go check it out. I had a live stream with Will recently talking about the ACC and football. I'm sure we're going to be doing some more previews, hopefully, for college football conferences. Big Ten, SEC will be next if we're able to get that squared away. Done a live stream with Austin recently as well. Does some videos as well with him. So definitely a lot to check out over there. Would appreciate if you give it a follow. Also follow me on Twitter as well, where I post usually once a day. At least I try to. I don't post, some days I miss, but I try to be consistent enough on there, even though we know how crazy social media is. I try to stay off of it. It's better for your health, honestly, but, I still try to give my thoughts on some of the craziness that's going on around the sports world. So definitely appreciate giving me a follow over there. We'll have more content coming on my channel in the future, but also subscribe down below to Alabama, the Voice of College Football. We're getting closer and closer to 2,700. We're getting closer and closer to 3,000 subs on the Alabama channel, as well as my channel. So we're all moving up. Jackson's channel is doing great as well with all of his interviews he's got coming up. So give him a subscribe as well. Definitely appreciate your support. You guys are fantastic and always excited to be back on Mondays and Thursdays with you on the Alabama Collins Show and the Crimson Tide Live Show. It's always a blast. Couldn't do it without you guys.
Agreed. This show would not be here without you guys in the chat and all of you for sure. And of course, you can check us out on the Alabama Crimson Tide Live call-in show Thursday nights, of course, where we take your calls. You can check us out on Crimson Tide Live Monday nights and on the Alabama Primetime Live show Tuesday nights, where Monday nights you got Coach Birch, Jeffrey, and myself all right there. And you got the Primetime Live show Tuesday nights with Manny Wilson and Coach Smoot. I've been subbing in for Manny for the last few weeks, and I think I'm subbing in for him next Tuesday and Tuesday after next. Not entirely sure, but you'll know for sure. But you'll want to tune in the next Monday's edition of Crimson Tide Live, because guess who's going to be discussing the 90s with us and their take on the 2025 Crimson Tide? The man himself, the founder, the CEO of the Voice of College Football, Mark Rogers. And he's going to be discussing this book all right here at the Voice of College Football. Disputed National Champions College Football's Historical 1990s Reset, where you'll learn about what happened during the 90s, how the decade changed sport, why the championship results should be questioned, how to correctly think through the scenarios, and to appreciate the teams that were not recognized as champions. There you go. And it's all right there.
I cannot wait to join Mark next Monday on the Crimson Tide show. That's going to be a great time. Mark, who has this entire network, he's the owner of the entire network, found the community. Just fantastic what he does all over, YouTube, talking about sports, and definitely excited and honored to have him on the show with us on Monday. It's going to be great.
There you go. And my mistake. The last time he called in last time he was on the Alabama show was when he called in to talk with DeReal in January, I believe. I'll have to look back.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yep. That at the time, it was the first time since August 2023 when he starred with Stephen M. Smith for Crimson Tide Live show which it was like a fall camp preview, but it was pretty fun. But of course, you can check out Crimson Tide Live, the Primetime Live show on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. Please leave a rating and review. Tell your friends, family, and cashiers and publish about the magic we're creating all right here on Alabama Voice College Football. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss another video or another episode whatsoever. And we will see you soon. And roll
Roll
Tide.
Tide.